You think marriage is outdated?
I just think like marriage isn't the same thing anymore.
I wouldn't say it's outdated, but I think with our generation, people don't necessarily prioritize getting married.
Statistically, it is, because the stats are what they are.
I do think it's outdated. At the moment, I do not want to get married. Will I change my mind? Possibly.
A lot of people are scared of commitments.
It still serves a certain purpose when you look at people being committed to each other, I guess.
Yeah.
Security.
What was that? What was that?
No, because people can also do weird things in marriage. I think it's a good institution, especially if you have kids, I think.
I think it's outdated because why do you need a piece of paper to tell you that you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life?
It's not a piece of paper, though. We're building relations between two families.
It's not only signing a piece of paper, but it's like you making a commitment in front of everybody, spiritually as well, that you're going to be one with the next person.
Like for the long run, bro, I feel like marriage is one of those things in society that just keep us together, bro. Like having families, bro, that's what keeps society moving.
It's hard to go through life without someone that's in your corner.
Now you're living your whole life. You're coming back to, an empty house?
You get lonely as a bitch out here, bro. I'm gonna tell you,
That's the last thing you want.
y'all go get lonely as fuck out here.
I'd prefer that over somebody staying with me just because we're married. Because now they're thinking, oh, now I have to go through all these processes just because I want to break up with this person. Just dip.
For me, I think marriage is not a necessity. I don't plan on getting married.
Marriage isn't the same thing anymore as like what it used to be.
Firstly, what did it used to be and what has changed?
I think it was more like expected of people. It was more like traditional, and now people are the same as we are. They're like, you don't have to get married, so it's like it's fine if you don't get married and you still want to be together and have a life partner.
But I think it would be nice to have a life partner. So having a life partner doesn't mean marriage for me.
How would that look like? Not on paper, you're just dating forever?
Committed to each other, but there's no formal agreement on paper.
I'm going to come from religious points of view because that's where I'm at.
Which religion?
Christianity. I don't want to say religion, but this is my lifestyle. Christianity, right? In terms of marriage, you are now bound together. You are now one with person. And I believe that's kind of beautiful, especially under the eyes of the Lord, how righteous that is. So I don't think it's outdated from a spiritual perspective of it.
Why do you think people opt to get married?
It's such a beautiful thing, man.
Well, I think people get married because they're scared of being alone.
Okay.
I think one of the basic needs for survival is having...
No, what I mean by that is, let's say you do have a partner and stuff, and why would people opt to get married rather than having a life partner like you mentioned? Because what I could say is marriage gives an element of security.
Yes.
My partner won't leave me
absolutely.
because he's tied by a piece of paper.
That's the thing, like getting married, that doesn't mean that your partner won't leave you. But also, like, getting married is...
But it makes it harder.
Tradition.
Now your life partner can just dip, dog. He can just pack his bags and leave, and you guys you shared accounts, joint accounts. What would that look like? Are you working? Are you a housewife? Are you not?
Probably a housewife.
A housewife, and you guys are not married. This
And
man
we're
could dip
not
anytime.
married. Would they dip though? You see, you have to be that good of a partner to them to make sure that before they leave, they see what they'll lose.
What about what you will lose? Because given with marriage, at least you get half of what he has, but since it's a life partner, you get nothing.
Yes, but marriage isn't always in community of property.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of legalities with staying with someone for that long. After some time of living together, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong.
I will.
You're kind of considered like a married couple. If we were to date for 10 years and we decide that we want to be apart,
I do get what you're saying. You
can't just leave. Like if I was bitter enough, I'd be able to like go to the court and demand
money.
Yeah, money.
Yeah. It's women. Why do you think stats disagree with the statement? So much marriages are failing. So much people are getting divorced or not getting married altogether. Could you try and speak on the other side? Why do you think so much marriage are unsuccessful?
But if we are all just choosing the wrong partner and we're just failing to find the right one, or maybe we don't know what the right one is, or maybe the right one doesn't exist, and that's why so many high divorce rates.
I think it would be, like I said before, getting into the relationship. The start could be for the wrong reasons. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons. Maybe it's not so much of a big thing now, but like religion could be a thing, or maybe people move, or I don't know, I guess children complicated, but that's like...
What's the reason for you to
What?
get married?
To get married. I like having her around. She's good in my corner.
But you can have her around without being married, without getting the government involved. Why do you need to sign a piece of paper to affirm your...
So the lawful part, doesn't have an impact on me, but I am religious, Catholic. That has an importance to me, signifying a bond to God. But I don't really have an opinion on the lawful thing.
Why do you think so much marriages fail? If it's, let's say, according to what you say, not outdated, why do you think the data disagrees with your statement so much?
Because I think, honestly, previously with men, there was a reason why men got married previously and why women also got married. Women got married because of financial stability and all of that. But right now, women don't need men like that. And I think then it forces men to come with more to the table than just money. And a lot of niggas aren't willing to do that. So I guess women are just like, I don't need you, bro.
It's pretty cool as a woman nowadays not to have to get married to be able to be sufficient in the world.
I'm very happy divorce is a thing. I feel like people should just be able to divorce.
It's sad that love doesn't last a lot. Like, people have these whole declarations and they sign the contract and then it's like,
oops,
oh,
mistake.
well, I don't know you anymore.
Still trying to get married one day.
Yeah.
On a personal level.
Say something to the lucky lady.
She knows she is.
Okay.
She knows she is. What's up, baby? But yeah, personally for me, I'm still trying to do that.
You're a romantic and you like all those like moist, soft boy stuff.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Yeah. Trying to put on a suit and cry for a woman.
I don't know about crying.
Beta. After going around and speaking to people, I leave you with this. People are less likely to see marriage as something you have to do. I think what we can safely say is that the model of marriage that was founded on the economic dependency of man is pretty obsolete. Now I think that the family is much more equal and fair, but maybe not as stable. The challenge society faces is how to make it more stable in our family lives, but without sacrificing our vision for equality. I think the most pressing issue is how can we have strong relationships that we can raise kids well. And if marriage has a part to play in that, great. However, there are alternative models around civil partnerships too. What matters is parenting. What matters is how we raise our kids. I think it's quite possible to envision a new future for marriage based around egalitarianism between man and woman, where they display a shared commitment to the kids. But I think that's for us to create. If marriage is to survive, it will be a new model and not the restoration of the old model. Or are we sending women back to the kitchen? Thank you for watching.